Shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Haloyan La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad, the Hakim and the Akwat that's listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing that this lesson is edifying. It's the brother Shawab Amawan back at you with another lesson. And the title of this lesson is going to be called Endure Temptations. And again, it's just going to be a quick little video. I was thinking upon the scriptures. All right. And you have to understand that, us, because I was just doing a video about getting out of these bodies, man. And us being in this flesh, man, we're constantly being tempted, So you have to understand that, when you are tempted, man, you have to endure it through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, because every unfortunate situation that you put in is a test of your faith, you see? And it shows, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua that you mean business when you endure in your temptations. All right. So with that being said, this is I'll start from this is James 1, and I'll start at 2. It says faith and endurance. It says, my brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. You see, because at the end of the day, you have to understand when you come to serve the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, all right, you have to prepare your soul for temptation. All right, let's grab that real quick. That's in this is Ecclesiasticus 2:1, and it says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation, set thy heart aright, and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble. You see, you have to constantly endure. Shalom, brother Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Barakatah. You have to constantly endure. You can't be the type that try to run away from your problems. All right, because at the end of the day, man, your problems is always going to still be there. All right, those demons that are constantly trying to tempt you, they're going to always be doing their role as a demon and trying to basically tempt you to do wickedness. See, because when you're doing wickedness, man, ain't no temptation really gonna come upon you. Once you're involved with wickedness, them demons just stay on you. You got hella demons on you, you see, and they're not gonna bother you. Why? Because you're doing what they want you to do. But when you're doing the righteous thing and walking in the righteous steps, all right, that's when the true show begins, all right, of these damn demons trying to sift you away from the truth, you see. So you have to endure those moments. It says, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at that last end. Yeah, because those that endure to the end, the saints shall be saved, you see. So you got to constantly endure in those moments of temptation. It says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. You see, you're not supposed to despise the chastening of the Lord. You're not supposed to get pissed off when these things come upon you, man. You're supposed to endure in those things. Take them cheerfully. You see, because if Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is dealing with you, he's gonna send these demons upon you. You see, the problem is when you not being dealt with, see, these demons ain't bothering you again. You see, so that means Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is not dealing with you. That means you're a bastard and not a son of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. But what did it say in Hebrews? The Lord chasteneth those that he loveth. You see, so those that he love, all right, he gonna always try to tempt them, all right, in many different ways, all right, to see where your faith is at. And it says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. You see, and we're being tried as gold. We're being tried as silver. Some of us are gold, some of us are silver, some of us are stones. At the end of the day, we are being tried, all right, in your position. This is Malachi Malachi, this is Malachi 3:2. It says, but who may abide the day of his coming, and who shall stand when he appeareth? For he is like a refiner's fire, and like fuller's soap. And he shall sit as a refiner and a purifier of silver, and he shall purify the sons of Levi. All right, meaning meaning Israel. And it says and purge them as gold and silver, that they may offer unto the Lord an offering in righteousness. You see, and you yourself is being made that offering. You see, we're constantly sacrificing our bodies as a living sacrifice, man. All right, so you have to remember that we are being tried every moment in this truth. All right, we all in this race, and you have to you have to endure that race and run it all out. You see, we're all striving to win that prize, which that prize will be what? You know, salvation at the end of the day, being beamed up on them chariots. All right, so it says, and he shall sit as a refiner and a purifier of silver. You see, and when a person purifies silver and gold, man, they have to wait. They have to watch it carefully. All right, they have to constantly be putting it in the fire, and when the right time is to take them out, all right, to take it out, that's when he takes it out. Because if you go too much, all right, it burns, and if you do it too little, you know, it doesn't give that pure shine. You see, so he's constantly refining us, which is that process of purification, you know, because we're being purified at the end of the day. Okay, and it says, as a matter of fact, let me jump into what was I just thinking? Oh, Zechariah 13:8, and it says, and it shall come to pass in all the land, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, 2/3, all right, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, and the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is my power. You see, so you're pretty much in that race to be in that 1/3. This is why you're tried with different temptations, to see if you're really about that life, man. Like they will say, like Jake will say in the world, all right? Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is testing you to see if you really are made of gold, silver, okay? If you're worthy to be beamed up in those chariots. Okay, so going back to James, all right, 1 and 2, my brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. But let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. All right. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of Yahweh, that giveth all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him. All right. Let him ask in faith, not wavering, for he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. All right, and you got to ask in faith. You see, you got to ask in faith for this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. You got to believe that this is the truth, man. You can't just go over there, yeah, you know, I want to learn about this, but deep down you're not believing. You see, because you're wavering like a sea, and those that are tossed to and fro usually are the ones that are double-minded. You see, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. A double-minded man is going to be tossed to and fro with every wind of doctrine. You know, you pretty much could feed him. You could feed him lies and some truth, but you know, at the end of the day, he's confused. Why? Because he's taking in both, you know, lies and truth. You just want to be down with this truth, and that's it, man. You want to be directly putting your mind to this truth and believing that this is the truth. And if you don't believe, it's ultimately because Yahweh Bashem Yahushua didn't give you that gift. See, that gift of faith is an actual gift from Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. It is given to us from the womb, from the beginning. You see? So it says, Let not that man think that he shall receive anything of the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Yeah, and you can't just think that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is gonna give you something, man. You gotta earn it. All right, that's not how it goes. You know, you got a lot of people that's being prideful, thinking that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is about to just give it to you, man. That's what it goes into, you being that gold, that silver. You have to earn it. All right. You have to earn to be worthy of the names of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. You have to earn to be worthy of faith given to you. You see, you have to be worthy of being put on that chariot. Okay. It says 8, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. 9, let the brother of low degree rejoice in that he is exalted. But the rich in that, he is made low, because as the flower of the grass he shall pass away. But the sun is no sooner risen with a burning heat, but it withereth the grass, and the flower thereof falleth, and the grace of the fashion of it perisheth. So also shall the rich man fade away in his ways. You see, and what that reminds me of is, you know, that parable of the sower. You see, when, matter of fact, let me grab that real quick. This is Matthew 13. Yeah, this is Matthew 13 and 3, and it says, and he spake many things unto them in parables, saying, behold, a sower went forth to sow. And when he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside, and the fowls came and devoured them up. Yeah, the devil pretty much, all right, Satan, as fast as you come into this truth, is as fast as Satan come and sift your ass out the truth. You see, those are the ones that fall by the wayside. And it says, some fell upon stony places, where they had not much earth, and forthwith they sprung up, because they had no deepness of earth. And when the sun was up, they were scorched. And because they had no root, they withered away. You see, going back to what we just read in James, James 1 and what was it? 10. But the rich in that he is made low, because the rich is who? The rich is us that have this knowledge. But at the same time, us being rich in knowledge, all right, we are being made low, okay? Being brought down to that lowest state, right? Why? Because Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua wants us to humble ourselves, man. And remember that we need Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man, and we can't make it without him. So it says, but the rich in that he is made low, because the flower of the grass is, because as the floor of the grass he shall pass away. For the sun is no sooner risen with a burning heat, but it withered the grass, and the floor thereof falleth. The flower thereof falleth, and the grace of the fashion of it perisheth. You see, so apparently, I mean, eventually, you know, you being that grass, you know, you grow. You see, but when you are burnt with the heat, what happens to that grass? That grass withers and it dies off. And that's basically what happens to us. You know, those that are not strong, that are not established with faith, that are not unmovable and steadfast. You see, they're not rooted and grounded in this truth. Eventually they fall, because they have the heat comes, and when the heat comes, because they're not stable, all right, what ends up happening is that they end up withering away, and eventually what? They die. Okay, so it says, let me jump back into Matthew real quick, 13 and 6. And when the sun was up, they were scorched, and because they had no root, they withered away. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprung up and choked them. But other fell into good ground and brought forth fruit, some 100-fold, some 60-fold, some 30-fold. Who has ears, let him hear. Who has ears to hear, let him hear. You see? So Matter of fact, let me go into this is what that's the parable of the sower was. All right. This is Mark 4:15, and it says, "The sower soweth the word." All right, the sower soweth the word. All right, meaning Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And it says, "And these are they by the wayside, where the word is sown, but when they have heard, Satan cometh immediately." You see, and taketh away the word that was sown in their hearts. You see, as fast as you receive the word, it's as fast as Satan comes and takes you away from the truth and sifts you away. And it says, "And these are they likewise which are sown on stony ground, who when they have heard the word, immediately receive it with gladness." You see, you got a lot of people that they hear this word and they jump for joy. You see, but they not what? They not ready to take in the bitterness of the scriptures. See, it's a beautiful thing to know you're an Israelite, but you have to understand and count the cost that comes with it. You have to understand that when you come into this word, that bitterness is about to be put upon you, man. And you're about to really find out what this truth is about. There's more bitter than sweet in this truth. All right. There's written therein lamentations, mournings, and woes, right? And then it says, "And these are they which and these are they likewise which are sown on stony ground, who when they have heard the word, immediately receive it with gladness, and have no root." You see why? Because their house is not built up on that rock solid foundation. Okay. And it says, "and have no root in themselves, and so endure but for a time." You see, they only last for a little bit in this truth. "Afterward, when affliction or persecution ariseth for the word's sake, immediately they are offended." You see, and that's when the troubles come, the tribulations. This is the part where you have to endure the temptations that come your way. You have to understand that we, being in this truth, are going to be persecuted left to right, man. Okay. But it's all a trying of your faith, man. As a matter of fact, let me grab that up. This is I think it's First Peter's. This is First Peter's 1:7, and it says, 1:6, "Wherein ye greatly rejoice, though now for a season, if need be, ye are in heaviness through manifold temptations, that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it might be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahushua HaMashiach." You see, so it's a trial of your faith at the end of the day. All right, there's nothing, if you are truly about this truth, just like it tells you in Romans 8:35, man, nothing shall separate us from the love of Hamashiach. All right, no persecution, no principalities, no powers, nothing, man. Nothing is going to be able to break you down in this truth. Okay, and that comes with you having that rock solid foundation. So when the scourges come, the floods come, the destruction, you see, the beatings, the bruises, all that basically bounces off of you, man. Because why? You are steadfast in the truth. You are grounded in this truth, and Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is the only thing that matters. So nothing is able to break you from the love of Yahushua HaMashiach. You see? What does it say in Romans 8:18? "For I reckon that the sufferings of this past time is nothing to be compared to it." So, let me grab it so I don't butcher it. The sufferings of this present time. This is Romans 8:18. And it says, "For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us." You see, so all the suffering that we're going through, man, is worth it. Because at the end of the day, we're going to be blessed with something far more than you ever thought you was going to get. You see, the reward is great. The reward is something you can't even fathom, man. So it of course is worth you going through all these trials and tribulations, man. Because the end game of it, the prize at the end, all right, is going to be beautiful. All right. So going back to Mark 4 and 18, Salaki 17, I'll start at 16 again. And these are they likewise which are sown on stony ground, who when they have heard the word immediately receive it with gladness, and have no root in themselves, and so endure but for a time. Afterward, when affliction or persecution ariseth from the word's sake, immediately they are offended. And these are they which are sown among thorns, such as hear the word, and the cares of this world, and the deceitfulness of riches, and the lust of other things enter in, choke the word, and it become unfruitful. You see, and those are the ones that fall by the thorny ground. You see, the thorny stones, the ones that pretty much they'll come and receive the truth, but eventually, all right, Satan will sift them away with what? With riches, all right, they women, okay, the cares of this world. All right, you can't. That's why Lot's wife pretty much got turned into salt. She was not supposed to look back. You're not supposed to look back when you in this truth. He that put his hand to the plow and looketh back is not made. It's not fit for the kingdom. So you can't be on that Lot's wife mentality, man. You're supposed to just run with this truth and run and keep running. You're not supposed to look back. So if you do what Lot's wife did, look back, that shows that you still have cares for the world. You see? Shalom, brother. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Barakatham to you brothers on the comment board. All right. So going back to James, all right, 1 and 10. But the rich in that he is made low, because as the flower of the grass he shall pass away. For the sun is no sooner risen with a burning heat, but it withered the grass, and the flower thereof falleth, and the grace of the fashion of it perisheth. So also shall the rich man fade away in his ways. All right. Now this is the point that I really wanted. All right. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life. You see, so you being blessed with this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, man, and being able to endure temptation, at the end, you're going to be blessed with that crown. You see, what did he say? Yahushua said, behold, I come quickly. Let me grab it real quick. I think that's in Revelations. All right, 2 and no, Salakia 3 and 11. Yep. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. See, so you can't let nothing snatch your crown. You see, I always bring it out in the lessons that when you come into this truth, you're given that A. You see, but you got to keep that A. So it's like when you come into this truth, you are given that crown, but you got to keep that crown. You can't let nobody snatch that crown from you, man. That's your man. Like, I don't even know how to put it. That's everything right there. You see, that crown is Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. So you can't let go of that crown. You got to hold on to that tight. Okay, that no man snatch it. So going back to James, which I lost my place, James 1 and 12, it says, blessed is the man that endureth temptation, and those that endure unto the end, the saints shall be saved. For when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord, matter of fact, another scripture just popped up in my head. This is Ecclesiasticus, what is it? 1 and, give me 1 second. Let me find it. There it is. 11. It says, the fear of the Lord is honor, and glory and gladness and a crown of rejoicing. All right. There's another one where it says it's a crown of life. Give me 1 second. It might be in that same exact. This is 18, and it says the fear of the Lord is a crown of wisdom, making peace and perfect health to flourish, both which are the gifts of Yahweh, and it enlarges their rejoicing that love him. The fear of the Lord is a crown of life, KJV. Yeah, that was the one then. All right. Yeah, that was the one then. Salakia. All right. So going back to James 1 and 12, blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has promised to them that love him. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of Yahweh, for Yahweh cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempted he any man. See, because once you come into this truth, you know better. See, man's goings is of the Lord, all right? But when you come into this truth, you know better. So you yourself have to endure that temptation. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua can't endure that in temptation. He can't endure that that temptation for you. All right. You have to endure that because that's you conquering over the flesh. You see? Now, calling upon the name of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is the way to conquer temptations, because the name of the Lord is a strong tower and the righteous man runneth into it and is safe. You see? So you calling on that name is definitely going to what? Have the devil flee. You see? Submit yourselves to the Lord, man, and the devil will flee at the end of the day. All right? So it said, beautiful. Yeah, brother's going in with them scriptures. All right. So it says, let no man say when he is tempted, I am I am tempted of Yahweh, for Yahweh cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempteth he any man, but every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust. You see, every man, matter of fact, let me read that in the NLT. It says temptation comes from our own desires. You see, and this is why you have to have the renewing of the mind, because we live in sin, all right? We live in this flesh, so it's a matter of time before it actually pops up in your head, you see? But if you're in your right state of mind, you have that spirit of discernment, you're going to already know when it's Satan coming to mess with you in your head. And when you have that mindset of, you know, desiring of a certain lust, that's when temptation comes about. You see, that's when it's like basically you're speaking that temptation into existence. Salaki, let me rephrase that. You're thinking that temptation into existence. See, if you keep your mind on these scriptures, all right, always abounding in the word of the Lord, these thoughts they're not going to be pondering around your head. You see, they're always going to stay away from you. Satan don't even want to try to sift you out of the truth, because he like, man, this guy stay on the Lord, you know? So it makes it harder for Satan to sift you. But the moment you give Satan that sifting room, you give him some space, oh, his ass about to just take your ass to the hole. You see? He about to cross you over and take you straight to the hole and you beat. So you got to have that strong mentality, man, to be able to fight that off. All right? So it says, but every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. Then when lust has conceived, it bringeth forth sin, and sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death. You see, because why? The wages of sin is death. So you yourself have to endure that, man. You got to constantly say to yourself, man, listen, man, if I do this shit, that's having the fear of the Lord. if I do this, man, I'm gonna be destroyed. This is something that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua would not want me to do. You see, that's why you got to constantly walk in the steps of righteousness, man. You got to constantly feed your spirit with spiritual things. Feed your spirit with these scriptures, you know, because out of your belly shall flow rivers of living water. You know, you're constantly gonna be flowing, all right, with scriptures in your head, with righteousness. See, when you're that stagnant water, all right, that's not flowing. That stagnant water, what? It grows algae, it grows, you know, bacteria. Well, that's basically you giving that room for Satan to come and sift you out the truth by you being stagnant, man. All right. So it says, yeah, that's pretty much the point on that one. That's the point on that. Okay. Let's see what brothers got. Give me 1 second. This is John 1, 2, and Salakia. There you go. This is 1 John 2 and 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. You see? So going back into those cares of the world, man, forget this place. You see? Now there's certain things you have to give a quick care for. You know, you got to tend to your family, you know, things like that. All right. But at the end of the day, we being in this ministry, we brothers know that first comes Yahweh Bashim Yahushua before anything. You see, everything else is it ain't nothing, man. You see, everything else is not going to save you. There's only one thing that can save you out here and give you salvation. That's Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. So that's why you, Salaki, that's why you can't put your cares to the world. Love not the things of the world. All right. It says, for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. And those that what is it saying? It says, I'm in James right here. Salakia. It says, I'm in James. This is James 4 and 4. And it says, James 4 and 4, and it says, ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with Yahweh Bashim Yahushua? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You see? So you're making yourself an enemy to the Heavenly Father and the Son, man, by you giving cares to the world before Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You see? That's pretty much a way of idolatry, man. Because that means you're making the world your God before Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You see? Beautiful. Ooh. Revelations 2 and 26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. You see? Those that endure to the end, man, they have a great reward waiting for them, man. Salvation, spiritual powers, you see? Being able to judge, all right, sit on them 12 thrones, you see, and judge the nation of Israel, all right? Judge so I could be the nation, be the judges of the nation of Israel, to judge the world, man. That's a beautiful power right there, man. Ecclesiasticus 27 and 1. Many have sinned for a small matter, and he that seeketh for abundance will turn his eyes away. You see? And that's why it says, be not ignorant of any small matter. All right. Matter of fact, let me grab that real quick. I believe that's how it goes. Be not ignorant of any small matter, KJV. Yeah, this is Ecclesiasticus 5:15, and it says, be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or small. You see? Because a lot of people, oh, well, it's just a little thing, you know? It wasn't even that serious. You crazy, man. What you think is not serious, man, it might be serious to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right? This is Ecclesiasticus 27:3. Unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, his house shall soon be overthrown. And that goes into what? You know, what is that? Matthew 24. You know, 24 and like 40, like 46, 43, around there. All right. That you wouldn't have suffered for your house to be broken up. If you're constantly abandoning the work of the Lord, man, you're not going to be caught off guard. All right. You're not going to be sifted out of the truth. Which at the end of the day, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is constantly praying for us. You see? Matter of fact, let me grab this real quick. This is Matthew 26 and 41, and it says, watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. So you got to constantly throw a prayer up, you know, asking Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai to lead us not into temptation, but to deliver us from evil, man. Why? Because the flesh is weak. All right. It's a matter of time before your flesh go back to trying to do something fleshly. This is Ecclesiasticus 14 and 17. All flesh waxeth old as a garment, for the covenant from the beginning is, thou shalt die the death. First Corinthians 10 and 13. There has no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But Yahweh is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. So Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai doesn't give you nothing that you can't handle, man. Everything that is thrown your way is something that you can definitely handle, man. You see? Because if it wasn't for you to be able, if he gonna send something that you're not gonna be able to handle, you know, how are you gonna be able to learn from it? How are you gonna be able to conquer it? You see? But he does certain things just enough to get you to get humble, for you to remember your ways in his truth, you see, to call upon his name. All right. And when you are delivered out of it, hey, you praising Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai to the fullest. All right. Why? Because he has care for his elect. See, where if it's these other damn heathen nations, man, he ain't giving a shit. He about to put your ass down. He about to vex your spirit on a whole nother level. All right. But because he has mercy upon his elect, he has cares for his elect. All right. That's showing mercy to pretty much put you in a situation that you can actually bear it, that you can actually, you know, conquer it. That's beautiful. Beautiful. 2 Timothy 2 and 10. Therefore, I endure all things for the elect's sake, that they may also obtain the salvation which is in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai with eternal glory. So us enduring the things that we go through, man, is an example to the rest of Israel to show them that, hey, if I can conquer it, you can conquer it. Just like the things that Yahweh Shai conquered and left us the steps, all right, and left us the blueprint on how to conquer life, all right, how to conquer these things, is the same thing. If he did all those things, all right, and conquered it, why can't we conquer what comes our way? You see? So what we do is for the elect's sake, man, to show a great example. This is Romans 8:5. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritual minded is life and peace. You see? So when you're enduring, man, remember, if I attack this in a carnal way, all right, it's going to pretty much lead me to death. But if I keep it spiritual and keep enduring, hey, eventually that life and peace come upon you, man. And even when you make a certain decision, man, and you make it in a spiritual and you make a spiritual move on it, man, it literally brings peace to your spirit, man. You're like, damn, man, I'm glad I endured that. The water Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, you know, because you know the outcome that would have happened if you didn't do it that way. You see? Because the carnal mind is enmity against Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, for it is not subject to the law of Yahweh, neither indeed can be. So then they that are in the flesh cannot please Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. You see? Because why? Those that are in that carnal state of mind, man. All right? You're not going to be able to please Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. You're just going to bring wrath upon them, man. He wants you to learn how to be spiritual. All right? Yeah, but that's pretty much the point through the spirit. You know, we got to endure all the way to the end, man. All right, no matter how hard it gets. All right, again, all the things that you know, let me grab that real quick. This is 2 Corinthians 4:17, and it says, for our light affliction, which is but for a moment. You see, this affliction, these things that we're going through is just for a moment. It might seem forever because remember, we in fleshly bodies, but according to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai's time, you see, it's but for a moment. It ain't nothing. It's like seconds to him. You see, it says, for our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal. Everything out here is temporary, man. The fashion of this world passeth away, man. All right. But the things which are not seen, all right, which is what? Through faith, all right, that we believe we're going to receive these things, all right? The kingdom that is to come, all right? It says, but the things which are not seen are eternal, you know? And that's what we have to have our conversation in. We have to be in all holy conversation. We have to set our mind on the things above, all right? We have to what? You know, we have to put our treasures, lay not your treasures up on earth, but lay them up in heaven, you see? So, you know, that's pretty much the point. All right. So with that being said, Lord willing, that the lesson was edifying. So Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Haloim, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad, the Akim and the Akwat that was listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing, that the lesson was edifying. To the next one, Shalom. The Water Brothers for tuning in. The Water for the Scriptures. As always, it's always a pleasure. And may I continue to fight the good fight of faith. All right. All the way, as a matter of fact, ended with this one. Strive for the truth. Ecclesiasticus 4:28. Strive for the truth until death, and the Lord shall fight for thee, man. So you got to keep pushing, man. Keep fighting through these things. And Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is always there to give you that push, always there to fight for you through these through these tribulations, man. All right. Resist the devil and he shall flee from you, man. All right. So with that being said, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, call Elohim Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Shalom.